Hey folks, how we doing? It is my favorite part of the day. It's time for another edition of the rounds. Welcome to the Brew There Drank That family. My name, of course, is Glenn, and today is a bittersweet day because we have reached the end of the Sierra Nevada Summer Beer Camp series. So for our fourth and final installment here in this mixed 12-pack, I've actually decided to go with the only option left, which was a gorgeous Weizenbock. It's also called Beer Camp number 37. This comes in at 6.8% alcohol by volume. Now, Weizenbock, you've seen me do at least a couple of these before, and I gotta be honest, as far as the wheat beers go, you should know that there's at least 8 typically accepted styles of wheat beer. And B, Weizenbock is probably one of my favorites. Now, as far as a Weizenbock goes, this isn't the darkest I've seen. It's not the maltiest I've seen. But what you've got here is a really well-balanced offering on the variation. Weizenbock's, again, Bavarian styles. It's going to have a little bit of that banana ester, a little bit of that clove spice to it, but it is not a Hefeweizen. The malt build, in my opinion, is a bit... It's just a bit more. It's a bit more enjoyable, it's a bit more defined, it's a bit more well-built. But as you can see here, unfiltered wheat beer, cannot see through it. It's kind of a little lighter on the edges, a little more of that deeper amber here in the middle of the glass. What I like is the fact that the banana esters are not overpowering in this one. A lot of times with the wheat beers and the traditional Bavarian or German styles, Belgian styles, you get tons of that banana ester. And my whole opinion on it is, if I want a banana, I need a banana. If I want a beer, I want a beer. Now, in terms of a nuance on the nose, it's not always a bad thing, but a lot of these styles just pack that banana smell right into the bouquet. What I like about that is that in this one, the clove is a little more pronounced, and so it kind of better balances those banana esters. Not an over-the-top pungent smell. You're not smelling hops from here, which is a lot of times the case with the IPAs and whatnot that I do. But just a really well-balanced. You can tell the nose is built around the malt, but there's still a little bit of that hop spice to the finish that actually blends with the cloves really, really nicely. Fantastically done. If you were looking for offerings in terms of a food pairing, I actually just did a ginger glazed mahi-mahi, and that's what I decided to pair this with. Now, in the ginger glaze, we had honey, we had soy sauce, we had balsamic vinegar, we had ginger, freshly ground, and the ginger and the clove, the ginger from the fish and the clove in the spice in the beer, mixed together fantastically. And the fact that this is a little bit of a heavier beer mixing with a lighter dish enables me to both pair the flavors together and yet play against the flavors in terms of their weight. Fish is going to have a lighter flavor to it. It's not going to be nearly as heavy as when we do pork chops, when we do steak, these kinds of things. So you get that lighter flavor out of the fish so you can beef up your body on your beer, deliver a little heavier beer, and by this just happening to have the clove spice in it, it actually mixes far better with something like a ginger that went on the mahi-mahi. Now, and just a quick reference to the flavors here, ginger and clove are both palate cleansers, okay? So if you see those as main components in either your dish, your meal, or your beer, then it's important to be able to contrast and compare those flavors so that you can pair them together appropriately. I highly recommend this. If you guys need tips or hints on that ginger glazed mahi-mahi, you let me know. I'll be happy to give you a post about it. And as always, I love your comments. So, hit us up, let us know what you think. Again, this was part of a mixed 12-pack. It's going to run you around $16 or so. Definitely worth the price of admission. As I said before, a lot of mixed packs leave you begging. There's always one or two beers that you really don't like or you really can't appreciate. That is not the case with the Summer Beer Camp series. Sierra Nevada, you guys nailed it out of the park. congratulations. Here's to my viewers, most importantly. I will see you guys over our next round. I hope you have a great one.